Amatakwipi. Ambetu washte. Ihani washte. Hello, my relatives. Today is a good day and good morning to you. Unfortunately for the United States and Great Britain, principally, you know, I know it was a month ago almost that the G20 met, and no one could get along. But in the hallways, unofficially talking, everyone was talking about the need for an international currency, a la like the European Union. You know, those countries they keep their own currencies, but they also go with the euro. Well, you see, that's what the world needs now, because the dollar's about gone. Here's what's happened easily. I mean, figure it out. It's, as I said weeks ago, this is simple arithmetic. Here's U.S. debt. Here's its income. Debt, income. Debt, income. Bush and debt, income. Bush, debt. Now Obama, income. Way up there for this next fiscal year is Obama's expenditures. Wow. So the United States cannot carry any more debt. It's going to crumble. The dollar's going to collapse. And you know, that's the ad hoc international currency. You know, already China has an escape plan from its bond, all the bonds that it owns, you know. And by the way, the T-bills that China and Saudi Arabia have built up, and China has over 40% of the T-bonds now, they're secured by our land. Let me say that again. 40% of the T-bills China owns. All of the T-bills are secured as collateral the land of the United States of America. Saudi Arabia owns 15% of the T-bills. So that's already over 50%, just two countries. The G20 failed to come to any kind of an agreement. I doubt the world would have followed anyway. What's happening right now in Latin America, led by Argentina, they've switched from the dollar as their international currency of favor to the Chinese Yuan, or Yuan. Or is that the North Korean? Anyway, the Chinese Yuan is the currency that Latin America is turning to as its bedrock debt and collateral currencies that it needs for worldwide economic participation. So the dollar's going to crash. Now, LEAP/E2020, an organization, a think tank, an economic think tank, which issues, it's in Europe, and it issues a bulletin every month. They've redid their calculations. They had been saying that the US dollar would go flat, would collapse at the end of this year. They've since revised that first prediction. Now it's going to end at the end of summer. So they also advise in your investment portfolios for you, those of you who have money to spare, those of you who don't, man, you better start doing something like buying silver. But they say your portfolio should only have about 30% in gold. And buy real gold, not gold certificates, not silver certificates, not platinum certificates, not diamond certificates. Buy the actual valuables. And then figure out which stocks are going to continue if you have a portfolio. If you don't, buy silver anyway. It's only $12 an ounce right now. Buy it. Buy real silver. Jewelry makers, especially the Navajo and the Pueblos down in the Southwest, they buy a lot of silver. But buy silver, man. Silver coin, silver anything. Now, along with that, buy dried goods, beans, corn, whatever dried goods you can get a hold of, and store them. Also, plant huge gardens, or as many gardens as you can. In Russia, before the collapse of the ruble back in the 90s, they had food in their apartment buildings. They grew food outside their window or even within their window. So that wherever you can grow food, do it. I'm not being overly radical. This comes from that European think tank. It's very real. They sent an open letter to the G20 recommending the courses of action they should have taken. Which you see, the G20 largely leaves out most of Latin America and most of Asia. Those economies. So, what we need to do is really plan on the utilization of our land. Because just think, if China gets serious about collecting the debt that the United States owes them, that means some of the land. That's the security of the United States. Your governments, mints, plural, Democrat, Republican, that's what they've done to you. Mostly the Republicans. But now Obama and the Fed manufacturing phony money, calling it, what are they calling that stupid plan, the stimulus? Yeah, it's going to stimulate the United States into oblivion, economic oblivion. At any rate, please plant some gardens right now, buy silver right now. Gold, which isn't back in any currencies right now, that's a kind of iffy proposition, but just don't buy no more than 30% of what you have. Able to invest, if you have. Get ready. Dokshiake. Talk again.